Okay, we've got a call now with Iliess Macani of London Broncos. We're going to dive into the suggestion of these alterations in the rules to just make a little bit of leeway for people that are observing Ramadan. So, Iliess, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. I think probably the best place to start, just to give our viewers a little bit of an insight, is give us a bit of an insight into Ramadan and what you do during Ramadan, mate.
Yeah, so Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. And so during Ramadan, we fast from sunrise to sunset. So during that time, we won't consume any food or drink any water. And the reason why we fast, the whole reason why Ramadan is what it is because the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, during that month. And so it's a time for us to practice control and being able to be appreciative of what we have during other months. So we tend to fast for the entire month to help understand and draw ourselves closer to God.
Iliess, I know, having done like fasts in non-religious sense in the past, I know it can be quite challenging in itself. I've got no idea the effects it would have on someone who's playing top-level professional rugby league. Like how does it affect your performance?
Having done it a while, it doesn't affect me too much. But I'd definitely say you definitely feel a lot more lethargic towards the back end of the month. So the first 2 weeks tend to be okay because you tend to have a bit more weight, you have your fat stores, so you can rely on those. But definitely towards the back end of the month, so the last 2 weeks, you definitely start to feel a bit more lethargic and you definitely have a lot less energy, especially during games because you do a lot more running during those times.
And there's been suggestions sort of in the news this week. I know a number of other sports have started to do it. They've started to allow players to break their fast during games. Is that something that you'd like to see the RFL bring into the rules?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of athletes will appreciate it. Obviously, there are more and more Muslim athletes now playing rugby league at the highest level. So allowing players to have that moment, like we spoke about. I spoke to Darren and Hakeem, obviously. He's one of those players who was on the pitch that had to break their fast whilst they're playing the game. And he literally had a couple of dates and then went on to make a tackle. So having a minute or 30 seconds just for players to have some dates, have some water and go back about the game would be very much appreciated by the Muslim athletes for sure.
The RFL, they seem to be doing a lot of work with the Muslim community at the minute. I've seen a number of clubs. Bradford Bulls have started doing an iftar, haven't they, in the evening for people to break the fast. Is this something London Broncos are getting involved with?
To my knowledge, it's something that we definitely want to get involved in the community. If they're planning to do so, I am not sure, but we've definitely started to make players aware. We've had a sit down amongst players and explain players what Ramadan is and what fasting is. So as a playing group, we're very aware, and we're definitely trying to get something involved in the community. I know Huddersfield did an iftar night as well. So yeah, massive raps to all the teams, especially up north, that putting in the effort as well, and really appreciate it.
Iliess, for me, it seems like, it's not a great deal to ask. It doesn't seem much of a downside. Is there anything, is there implications on other aspects of the game, or, is there a downside?
Personally, I don't think so. But maybe I may be biased. But I just think as communities, we have so much awareness about so many different groups, and just making more people aware of Muslims, and as we have with other groups, I think it's only going to stand people in good stead. So I think it's definitely a good thing that we're doing.
Brilliant, mate. What you've said is, I think you've answered the questions really clearly. I just want to touch on London Broncos season, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so obviously you're having a little bit of a difficult time, but it was always going to be the case going into that full-time environment against the Super League clubs this year. How do you think your season's progressing at the minute?
I mean, we're definitely making progress. We've had to really micromanage certain aspects of our team and our structure. Because we are a new team, like we lost quite a few players from the squad we had last year, so we're having to rebuild a bit. And we are starting to bed down these new combinations. So this result against Huddersfield at 6-26 was a good score and definitely a marker for us progressing in the right step. And I definitely think we're going to keep working in that direction and hopefully start to start to get some results in our favour.
Iliess, for me, I found myself, me and Karl were at the first game of the season. We was down there at Wimbledon FC and we was, watching the game. Loved it. We had a great day there, even though it was freezing. But anyway, I find myself every week now just praying for London to get their first win. I really think that the things that you're doing on the pitch are capturing people's attention, and I think you're doing incredibly well. So I kind of want to wish you the best luck for the season. But also I wonder, what is the key messages that the head coach is coming out with each week?
I mean, he's keeping it very clear and very simple. Like, we have to keep progressing and improving as a team. We have to challenge each other in the tiniest of aspects to make our game better as individuals, as a team, and as a club. So everyone is constantly being pushed, and we're making sure we're leaving no stone unturned in order to maximise our performances on the pitch. And hopefully we keep doing that enough, and we will start getting the right things. And already we're seeing progress in the results, and so hopefully we keep doing that, and the results will start coming our way.
And what does it mean for a lad like yourself? You grew up in Tottenham, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does it mean to go through the London Broncos pathway and to finally be playing in Super League with the Broncos?
Oh, massive! Like, I'm London through and through. Not a Tottenham fan though, just to make clear. But I love London, and it's an honour to represent my town or my city every time I get on the pitch. So just massive honour to have come through the system. And obviously Mike was one of the first people that brought me through the system when I was 18, 19. So to work alongside him now, 10 or so years later, is massive. So yeah, massive honour to always represent and pull on the shirt.
And just like touching on the pathways that London have got, they've brought so many players through the pathways. Do any of the first team players get involved in sort of bringing the youngsters through? Oh
yeah, definitely. A lot of players give back. Like, I know Ollie Leyland had a massive involvement. Me and him both partnered up helping the scholarship last year. Ryan Horseman, Sam Davies, Will Lovell, plenty have their hand. Like, we all understand what it's like to give back, and being at that age when the first team player did come down, it was massive for you to just be able to rub shoulders with them and have a conversation with them. So plenty of players always looking to give back.
This last question from me. Who are you enjoying playing with at the minute?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, actually. I'd say Hakeem Maloudi is probably an interesting one. A very big character in the team. Very enjoyable and really likes to try anything. So he's very exciting to play alongside, and he's very unpredictable. So really excited to play alongside him and develop a partnership with him.
Yeah, no, I love watching Hakeem Maloudi.
I agree.
He's brilliant. So yeah, completely understand that.
And he's also practicing Islam as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Muslim as well. So yeah, he's been fasting alongside me. It's very weird having somebody doing it with me. So yeah, good fun helping each other get through it.
Well, it's been fantastic to speak to you. I really appreciate you finding the time just out of your training schedule to come down and have a chat with us. On all the best for the rest of the season, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, appreciate it. Honestly, anytime willing to have a chat, and anytime you need me, don't be afraid to give me a shout.
Brilliant. Thank you for Iliess. Take care.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate.